So, Teen, what was our biggest fear coming into retirement?
Our biggest fear was that our money would run out.
So, in this video, we're going to share with you what we are doing to help prevent that happening. But before we do that, Teen,
If you are new to our channel, we are Tina and Norm, and we would love you to subscribe to our channel and give us the thumbs up because it really helps our channel to grow.
so we're not going to run out of money in retirement, are we, Teen?
Hopefully not, Norm, if we've got all our plans right.
So what we did, the very first step that we decided was to get rid of our family home that we
Yes.
raised a family in because it was big and it was expensive to run and maintain. So we decided to,
Downsize and move.
we
And-
did.
Yes. And in our case, we decided when we sold the house that we would actually move into an apartment.
And it was a rent-controlled apartment,
Yeah.
although we didn't fully realize that at the time. It was just
No.
blind good luck.
Yeah, we didn't realize what such a good deal we've got. But we do realize that if that's not right for you, you can still downsize by possibly buying a smaller house. Because remember, a smaller house costs less to run in heating, hydro, just all the normal running expenses of a house. Oh, including taxes too, Norm.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So then you can take the amount of money that you're going to save, the capital that is left after buying a smaller house, and maybe invest that. So what we did is we invested 50% in equities and 50% in cash, just to give us that peace of mind that we wouldn't lose everything in the stock market.
No, we were kind of erring on the side of caution, but I think both of us, when we talked about this, Norm, hey, did like the idea of having immediate cash that we could get at, that we had that availability if we needed something quickly.
Very
and
much.
to us, that gave us that peace of mind.
And so our very first thoughts were to maximize the tax-free savings schemes that are available in our country. And we do know there are tax-free savings schemes in America and in the UK. So the first leg that we felt was to maximize those. So we're using a TFSA, which basically shelters the money tax-free because we've already paid tax on it as we earned it.
And I think one of the things with that too, Norm, is that because we get dividends, so our stocks are earning dividends, it just reinvests it. Like we don't have to pull from that on a monthly basis.
No.
So it just keeps adding to the pot, which is great.
So those dividends will either be reinvested in stocks
Yeah.
or from time to time we'll scrape the money into a high interest savings account as well. So how much money do we live on, Teen?
Well, we managed to live on around 3,000 Canadian dollars a month.
And that comes from our British old age pension, our Canadian pension plan,
Yeah.
and the OAS.
Yes, that's very true. And you know what? It's a very manageable amount for us. It takes care of our rent. Our utilities are included in the rent, which is a huge plus for us. So on top of that, anything like car insurances or things like that, food, everyday,
Running
day-to-day
expenses.
running expenses is fully taken care from that.
Now we can't travel with that
No.
income, so that's where we make the conscious decision to draw down money out of our investment accounts to pay for that.
Yes.
But this last 2.5, nearly 3 years now, we've virtually haven't traveled, so we've been saving that money.
But the other thing too, Norm, is if we decide to buy something, which in the last couple of years we have purchased a car and a trailer.
We did.
We purchased both of those for cash. So we would take that money from our big fund, as Norm said, which meant that we have no...
A planned purchase, in other words.
Yeah, which was great.
Now, the number one thing going into retirement, especially for you new retirees or in your 50s looking at retirement, get debt free. That's what we did. We got rid of all that credit card debt. We didn't have a mortgage because we'd already paid that off. So if you're sat with debt, look at the highest interest rate debts that you have and pay those off first. It's no fun in retirement losing a quarter or a third of your income paying off debt.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that, do they, Norm? That, you know, you're lucky if you can get around, let's say, an average of 5 to 6% paid on things. If you're then paying like 20% on a credit card debt,
Absolutely.
you know, it's crazy. You're just not going to get ahead of the game like that, are you?
No. You're throwing money away. So we got rid of all our debt. We paid the car for cash.
Yeah.
We paid the trailer for cash. Those came out of our investment.
There's a really good feeling about being able to pay for everything out of the cash. It's great, knowing you're not going to be going into making a payment for years.
So how are we able to live on $3,000 or slightly less than that per month and pay all our expenses? Part of it is that we shop the flyers, don't we, Tim?
Yes, we do.
We
Yes.
love those
Ooh.
bargains. You've got to believe it.
Yeah, there we are every, Wednesday stroke Thursday, because a lot of them are on different days.
And we do have Flip
Yeah.
on our iPads, which is a shopping app that has all the flyers digitally on there. That's a difficult
It
word.
is. But you will be surprised just how much money you can save if you look at the flyers. For example, this week, an amazing deal on Folgers coffee is $8.99. And actually, Norm, that was one thing that we just bought in the US, and we paid a lot more for the smaller size coffee.
It was 700 odd grams, and
Yeah,
it
we
was
were like
10.99,
or something, and that
and
was
we
US
get
dollars.
900 grams here for $8.99.
So it's a great deal. The same thing if we see chickens go on sale, we'll buy 2 or 3 of them. And just remember that that's one of our favorites, cooking the chicken in the air fryer.
We no longer buy those store-bought roast chickens because they add too much salt to it. You don't know what else they add to it. So we just buy a raw chicken that's been raised without antibiotics, and we put it in our air fryer. In an hour it's cooked, and my goodness, it's good.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
With our investments, earning dividends is better in Canada because they're taxed differently and slightly lower than income. The good thing about that is that we get our from all of our investment companies, our brokerages, they send us a tax voucher every year, and that's what we write down in our tax return. So dividend income is taxed far favorably, and the TFSA, don't forget, everything grows tax-free in that. So there are no tax certificates for that. We primarily get them in our regular trading accounts and our RRSPs.
But it's very simple, isn't it, Norm, to just declare them on the tax on our yearly tax return that we do.
And we do our own taxes. We use one of those smart programs that just is online. It walks you through it. So we save money there as well.
Yeah.
So do you have the fear? Will your money last as long as your life in retirement? We think with a few careful planning tips, it should really work. And if you've enjoyed this video, then we have a companion video to it that we are sure you'll like to see. It's just going to be appearing in front of me. So...
and we hope that everybody is staying safe.
And keeping well.
Until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.